This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 20. Seven.
Set, 95-56, 95-56. Switch. Where's up? Hey, still kill.
Dwayne Washington, his first carry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready? 60 outlaw, recon, 132 fighter.
Watch out.
Hey. Look at me. Door.
On the give, this is Washington. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Tighten up. He's tight. 64. Weak. Jam. Let him.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Hill. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Score. Check 43.
On first, here's Washington. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43.
Check. 21.
To throw, it's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. In on the stop, Damontae Kazee.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. The third. Down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down.
Exit. 45.
So here we go on fourth. Hill dancing to his left. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their 38. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Mike 56. Let's go. 56 is Mike.
Now on second and 16, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 41 yards, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
You can't stop me.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Opposite. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Washington now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. Still fighting for more. Oh, it breaks another. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Rock it. Kill, turn up.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They run with Washington. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Check.
61, match box, right.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, pick your game up.
They snap it on 4th to Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, 35 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. And they are going for it. Here's Hill. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Stay 21. Switch. 22.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 47.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, Elsa. 80 weapons.
56. Mike's 56. You gonna see
Hey, check.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Tight dog.
Hey, South.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready.
Check, 47. Come on,
11. Hey, Greg Lance.
Check, 47.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. But pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Hill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Yellow lady. Come.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought. At about the 23-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
11, 47, hey, 2, 47,
on 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and he will find Ridley on the left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Black 25.
Check, 47. Hey,
21. 58.
Watch the twins.
Go. Greystone, travel.
Check white 47. Check white
54. Down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From the shotgun, Ryan.
But it appears that they read man defense.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56, right there, 56. I got you.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw is Ryan. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You draw focus.
Undercut. Slant.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go with Washington to begin the drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
59. Mike's 59.
Hey, Delta.
What's here?
Big dribble.
Off of play action. Hill looking long for Thomas. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. From the gun, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Ready? Recon, 132 fighter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half. No quitting here.
0.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks some picking passes off.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. Nope.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Breeze, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On the ground, Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Easy.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ready. 5-8. Kill. Hey, easy. Here we go. Check. Check 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. One final try here for Breeze. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.